Yeah, what time and where?
6 o'clock to 8:30.
Can anybody show up? Or
Why are you in town?
well, I happen to be in Minneapolis at this point, but hey, things can change on a dime.
Working with clay seems like a real pleasant activity right about now, just to take your mind off everything else and focus on what's right in front of you. I think that's
I personally have been having a lot of fun doing the samples, and I don't know if I'm going to have as much fun helping other people work.
That's cool. Political art, that might be, or art that addresses the issues that we do on the show. Yeah.
I agree.
Like the misgivings, the utter hopelessness, and the black paint.
Oh, so maybe we could work on a giant coffin to carry at the No Kings March that has
there you go.
bright orange hair sticking out of the top.
Right.
And a couple of clown boots at the bottom.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And maybe a tube of some kind of cream to smear on those bruises.
Yeah.
Well, we've just made the commitment on March 28th to go to the beach banner.
Yep.
So
rock on, man.
So we're going to do that. You have to sign up to get an actual slot on one of the letters or words or whatever.
Yep.
But anyone can go and just be there and watch it. And I did that once. It's kind of a cool scene.
Yeah. I think we're with you on that date. I wonder what's going to be said.
Yeah, I don't know the words. I wonder what they're going to say. That's always exciting to find out what they're having us form out.
I want to be in the fine print, right, where you can say what you
I was the comma on whatever. Yeah, we're a distinctive color, so when they do the aerial shot, you can find yourself.
So you're going to have to explain this quote.
I think the IRS is divulging information that Department of Homeland Security is using to find people.
Why 42,695?
I don't know why the number is that.
Is that
odd?
I mean, that's kind of a random number,
Is that the number of people they've taken off the streets or picked up and carted away?
The number is equivalent to the number of folks they've picked up is equivalent to the number of people that apparently came through the border during Biden's 4 years on a monthly basis. It's like around somewhere between 3 and 5K.
Well, so they're going after taxpayers.
Yeah.
Anybody see a problem with that?
Let's not start talking tax revolt, you guys. That'll get us in trouble.
That's the one thing that'll get us booted. Here's the People's Project 28, which is something we mentioned in the last show, and I didn't put a flyer up for it. But to get to it, you go to tkcivics.com.
Pretty interesting site.
Yeah, he's got some interesting ideas. I don't know how to get involved in it other than to be aware of it, but I need to look at it again. But
yeah, I go there, but I haven't signed up yet.
Yeah, I need to do that too. I mean, I've always agreed with the idea of not returning incumbent politicians. They had DRIP. Do not return incumbent politicians, which I think is a healthy thing.
But did you click on the little buttons below his picture and go to some of the little short videos he had put up? They're spot on, man. He picks great little videos.
Yeah, he does. Last night, the night before at Goodwill, Trump the game. So I was almost going to buy it, but what the heck do I need this for? I should have taken a little magic marker and put a little mustache beneath his nose, but could have done that.
A little short mustache, you think?
Hey, tell you what, dude. Why don't you go back to Goodwill, pick up the game, and send it to me?
I'll go look and see if it's there still.
I think just the thing itself was an artifact.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was just an empty box. I shook it and it sounded empty.
The signature.
Well, that's apropos. That's poetic.
That signature at the bottom reminds me an awful lot of this birthday card that I saw that he allegedly didn't write.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Distinctly,
that one that he didn't write.
Yeah,
Somebody
distinctly
must have really worked hard to get that to match up so well.
Yeah, distinctly pubic hairish signature.
Yeah, it's all part of the game. I like the quote, by the way. Not whether you win or lose, or whether you win. Period.
Yeah.
It's all about winning.
Yeah, it's almost biblical, isn't it?
I'll go back and look
Kind
at
of
it.
sounds like some of the quotes there we're seeing about the war in Iran, or the non-war, or whatever you call it. The excursion, I believe it's been called also.
Oh, really? Gosh, the excursion, the military excursion.
Oh, I heard that word floated around, excursion.
Almost as if it's a picnic.
What the hell does that even mean, excursion?
I heard kinetic. What was the term? I just had it in my head. Preemptive. Kinetic preemptive action.
A preemptive war. Hey, that's an idea.
Yeah.
Preemptive war to the falls.
It seems like he's
Attack
done
on
a really
Titan.
good job at preemptively making sure that gas prices have gone up again. I noticed a 65-cent jump at the pump from last week when I went to fill up yesterday.
Wow.
So there's at least yesterday morning I saw that 3 tankers were on fire in the strait.
Perfect. Exactly the way you want to run things.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the death tolls, which I've been following through Al Jazeera's website. But it's funny, the number for the killed in Iran jumped around a little bit. It was higher. It was like at 1,300 or 400, and now it went back down again. This is as of March 11th. So
Let's not forget that 175 of them were members of a girls' school.
Yeah.
Which, of course, the U.S. official line is, we didn't do it, or it's not our responsibility, or whatever.
Yeah.
People will die in war. I've heard that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the man himself said that, didn't he?
He did. He said, sadly. Sadly, people will die in war.
So they die sadly?
Yeah. It's pretty much the way it is.
God.
So they sat down with the senators, apparently, and tried to explain what's going on with the war. And Elizabeth Warren came out, both guns blaring, just saying, this is ridiculous. There's no exit strategy. They don't know what they're doing. They can't explain why we're even there in the first place.
More importantly, she's wearing a beautiful color of purple.
Yeah.
How is that more important? You're going to have to do a deep dive on this.
Is that trying to unify the country somewhere between
Yeah.
blue and red?
Fashion.
Fashion is fascist.
You know, when I was at Goodwill, I saw an army, is it a pea coat, one of those green jackets, you know? I was thinking...
Green?
Yeah, it's like an army jacket, you know.
Oh, Army, yeah. I was
Army.
thinking of Navy. Navies are deep blue, which
Yeah, that's a
I
pea
used to
coat.
have one of.
Yeah. But I was thinking that so maybe I need to get this and go sort of in honor of Country Joe McDonald, who passed away. He used to always wear an army jacket, right?
Yeah, that was sad. That was...
How
Yeah.
come
I
I didn't
did not
hear
like that.
When did he pass?
Just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I've been too distracted, I'll say that.
So I'm thinking of going camouflage and going army. Is it a flak jacket? What do they used to wear? Those kind of coats and...
It's basic private,
It
yeah.
was it was a regular Army coat. I mean, I had one of those, too. They were actually really functional. They had great pockets. Some of them had snaps, and they were sort of waterproof.
I think I need to go that direction. And then, you know, in a way kind of satirizing the military.
Well, how many of you guys used to shop at the Army-Navy stores?
I sure did.
Ditto.
Yeah.
I might even have a couple of clothing items that 40 years later are still intact.
No.
Get them out of storage.
Got rid of my leather pants. I don't remember when, but they were the last to go.
So they're blowing up all of these oil facilities, oil depots, causing a lot of environmental issues and death, but it's just causing so much turmoil within the country in terms of the civilians, you know. Just mental anguish and environmental hazard. I don't know how we come back from this in any clean way, and Iran just says, okay, that's fine, yeah, we give up. I don't see it ending in any clean way.
No, this morning's headline, the new leader says the Straits of Hormuz must remain closed as a tool to disrupt the enemy.
But which enemy?
Yeah,
I mean, the effect is global.
it
Yeah.
is. Well, and to them, that's part of who the enemy is. The Western way, the free economy.
Well, I think we have an interest in keeping those strait closed ourselves. I mean, Iran can't export, so long as that strait is closed. Whether they close it or we close it doesn't really matter.
True that.
There's a dual effect. It hurts everyone.
So you just skip quickly over the fact that we're at war through September.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice there was a timeline.
Yeah, apparently there is.
Well, that's what Politico was reporting, that there's some indication from somewhere that it's going to go through September.
Oh, it's interesting when you listen to all the little blurbs. It's everything from over to I don't know when it's going to end.
Yeah, we don't have an off-ramp. Unless, taking care of the Trump presidency once and for all is an off-ramp.
Yeah, do you think this is either the election disruptor, or is this just the on-ramp in one of several actions that we think will unfold to nullify the election midterm?
I think we're provoking a reaction, and that reaction itself will be enough to, at least postpone the midterms.
Right. But I think I'm hoping and hope it's not foolish, but just people will just flood the streets then if we see any action like that.
Well, like we said last week, I think if that were to happen, it's going to be a bloody mess.
Yeah.
I think people will take to the streets, and I think the reaction is going to be fast and furious.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to mention this. This is Senator Whitehouse, and he gives one of the best kind of overviews of what's been revealed with the Epstein files. It's about a 50 minute YouTube video. It is really worth your time, I think. You can watch it at double speed if you want, speed it up, but it's so clear-headed and so sober that if
Was
you
that one of the ones that popped up in our feed?
It was, yeah. I sent
I'm
it out
still-
to you. I highly recommend everyone send it out to everyone you know as well. Just share it because it's a worthwhile watch.
Yeah, and likewise with HCR's interview with, I forget the representative, just the unlayering that's taking place now. It's not readily apparent to us, but there's long, slow, steady action will result from this. So I think if the more, like you're noting, Roy, just get the word out so other people can begin to make sense of all of the horror that represents.
Yeah, and it's not just the sexual things.
No.
It's all the financial things and the
Right.
blackmail and ties with Russia. It goes into everything.
Yeah.
That was, it's interesting that you say that because reading the beginning of that short book that I don't know who popped that up. I think it might have been Scooter. You see how the intertwining of that economic connection, i.e., like Bezos giving $1 million to the inauguration and getting $19 billion in contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't a far stretch to think about how that connects to what was going on with the whole Epstein thing, the billionaire's playground.
Yeah. Yeah, so that framework you see in place, right? Yeah. As you mentioned that, Eddie, the other thing it brings to my mind is now we're seeing the nature of American fascism. So it's not repeating the brown shirt, arm raised silliness of the Nazis, but instead what we're doing is seeing that absolute cementing of the political authority and the military-industrial complex and all of the contractors. And so it all merges together just to answer to the authoritarian or the dictator. So we don't have all the hoopla surrounding it. We just have a pure corporatized experience that is fascism.
Well, the other name for fascism is corporatism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we're seeing
That's
it
right.
so very, very clearly, especially when you say a $1 million donation results in, 19,000% to top that. Remarkable.
In the book, It Can't Happen Here, That was the name of the party, the Corpos.
The Corpos. Oh,
The
wow.
Corpos, yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Donald Trump is the spiritual father of the American people and arguably the strongest Christian. You know, I think he might be right.
Wow.
I think he is the spiritual father of the American people, at least 40% of them. And compared to the other Christians we have had, maybe he is the strongest Christian, which is a real mark on, you know, Christians as president. I mean, I'm trying to be ironic about this and maybe not doing very well.
No, I hear it.
Where can this originate? I mean, this idea and this iconography, you know, using a, what's that painter's name?
Norman Rockwell?
Norman, yeah, that kind of imagery. How perverted or distorted must people be to be able to imagine or create this? Unless it's just an AI joke.
Plus, they have no idea who Norman Rockwell is.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Norman Rockwell is pretty progressive.
Yeah.
It's
So-
odd. It's odd.
Evangelical leaders, and there's that picture, that divine picture of St. Ron.
Yeah, he's put that portrait of Ronald Reagan in the Oval.
And he's got Benjamin Franklin and Lincoln surrounded by planes. Both of them. What are these, B-52s?
I have no idea, but that I noticed that too. These great leaders of America's history and these warplanes. It's like he's operating on multiple levels. I always call it a campaign because it's like he's never stopped campaigning and he continues to campaign. He's talking to the different demographics, and this is that one demographic that supports him. Probably will right down to the end. The evangelicals. The Christian right.
The lady in red, is that Paula White?
That's Paula White, right?
She is a trip and a half. It's really interesting. Check her out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one where she's announcing the arrival of angels from Africa in order to turn the 2020 election.
Yeah, she speaks in tongues. Says a waka laka laka, all this weird stuff.
Wow.
No, this segment was sort of about the religious connotations and things attaching themselves, and Lindsey Graham saying this is a religious war and we will determine the course of the Middle East for 1,000 years. It's like, when did Lindsey Graham jump on board the Trump train?
Oh, a while ago.
Yeah. He's a patsy. Yeah.
So full on.
Yeah.
So we're announcing that we're engaging in a religious war in an area that has Al Qaeda and ISIS. We kind of know what a religious war actually looks like.
And who are infinitely better at it than we. It's, again, just like using that phrase, the chosen people.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, wow.
You're beeping. That's me, I think. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm still working on collages. I'm watching my favorite movies, and I'm taking sideways glances at the news and different news sources. Heather Cox Richardson. I've been listening to Keith Olbermann a lot. Do you guys listen to him?
No.
From time to time, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't hold his punches.
He doesn't. That's what's nice. He says it.
Or pulls his punches, either of those.
Yeah.
So, I was supposed to present something. I don't have anything to present, so maybe, next week.
Yeah, we're going to do a Dark Enlightenment talk. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah. It's more like a Dark Enlightenment, dive.
Yeah.
This could be as short or as long as people want it.
And do you want to do it next Thursday? Or we can shoot for next Thursday, and if it doesn't work out, we can wait or do it at another time.
I can do a high-level presentation of what I'm working on. But I had it segmented out into like a series of, influential threads that lead into this moment in history where the Dark Enlightenment actually can take hold. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just a couple of authors.
Yeah.
I have, however, been listening to The Dark Enlightenment by Nick Land is one of the theorists.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a 3-hour audiobook, which I am slogging through. I don't recommend it. But it does give shape to what they're talking about real quick. The Dark Enlightenment is an oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
How do you enlighten into the dark But there's in that phrase the attempt to essentially upend the Enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, they want to upend the 16 and 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets strange.
And then it gets strange.
I just have no frame of reference in understanding where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Are they coming from the far right? Are they coming from the far left? Are they just somewhere else? Are they coming from, you know?
They're coming from a political position we haven't really encountered yet. And, you know, it really comes down to if the voters aren't giving you the power you need, then get rid of the voters.
Mm.
They don't want true democracy as we
Oh,
have.
hell no. They're absolutely anti-democratic. They're anti-democratic. They're anti-egalitarian. They believe kind of in Plato's Republic, where you have this sort of philosopher class that runs things.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And they see themselves as the philosophers. They honestly see themselves as the natural elite due to natural selection. They're social Darwinists.
Mm-hmm.
And they see pretty much everybody else that hasn't quite made it into a point where they're useful as useless.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, not deserving of empathy.
And I'm sure I'm speculating that their usefulness is largely determined by wealth and influence.
And whether or not they can be replaced by AI.
Yeah, right. The question for me is it a type of historical determinism that they're predicting or depending upon, or is it more freewheeling than that?
That's a really good question. I think they see themselves as driving the future.
Yeah. Wow.
I just think this is such an important topic, given that
Yep.
Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance's connection, and it seems like a thread that is maybe bigger than a thread. It's like a big part of the quilt of this Trump administration, you know.
Agreed. And I mean, right away, I see the tentacles of the evangelicals playing right out into this framework, although not the drivers of it, but certainly benefiting from a parallel or similar structure. Yeah.
Martine stumbled across an interview that from a guy that is talking about how this threads together with Peter Thiel, and I'll get it out to you guys sometime in the not too distant future.
Cool. Hey, thank you for being here, everyone. And I look
Great
forward.
stuff.
I
Yep.
look forward to these future talks about the Dark Enlightenment Scooter, for whatever you can bring forward next week.
Yeah.
We can tag it on to the end of the show or make it a central part, whatever you like. And
That's up to you guys. I'd be willing to do maybe next week like a 5-minute overview, which I've kind of almost already done. But I can go into much more depth. But leave it at about 5 minutes, just kind of as taster. Then we can see where we want to go from there.
Okay.
The streams that flow into this range from religious to this very weird hermetic tradition called traditionalism.
Mm.
If you know the name Julius Evola, does anybody know that name?
No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
There's absolutely no reason you should. In fact, I think your lives can go on quite nicely without it. But he plays the role, and he's worth talking about in this regard. And there's, of course, the whole... there's the Dark Enlightenment itself with Curtis Yarvin and Nick Land, who are both essentially theorists. But I mentioned Nick Land already.
Yeah.
There's a few others. There's the whole anti-communist thing, which runs really deep.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk.
Thank you for
Yeah,
bringing
great
that
stuff.
up. And I think it's important that we keep looking at these historical trends and be aware of it in some way. Kind of giving I have no shape of it. For me, it's like an amorphous smoke monster. I don't know what it is. I can't define it. So I think this will be very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Musk and Thiel are both a part of this.
Right.
So it's worth knowing about.
Yeah. Trump is temporary and will be gone soon, but all of the believers and followers of this needs to be known and understood by everybody in order to counter it effectively.
if for no other reason than we might get J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
And he is potentially exponentially worse.
Yeah.
But he's a believer.
We cannot have any ignorance acting as excuses for inaction. Yeah. We need to know.
That's a
So
good
we
place.
started on a light note, and now we're ending here. What do you think, Roy?
Perfect. I think it sets us up for next week perfectly. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's not live in ignorance.
Yeah.
I completely agree. That's one of our credos, is educating ourselves.
Right.
So thank you for that. Thank you for everyone and anyone listening.
Sometimes
cheers.
optimism is just thanking ourselves for being ourselves.
Nobody else is going to do it.
All right. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Stay strong.
Farewell, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers.
Adios.
Bye.